So let's see how my course actually works. First of all, I like to remember you that my method is based on 3 really strong columns. The first column for our method is that we will learn German by following a story. In this case, we will follow the story of Leo. And it's every time nice to put life into the language, and following a story is much more fun than to learn a language in a list. The second column is that we need to create repetition. Therefore, I apply a question and answer technique to create those repetitions. Everything is mastered by repetition. And our third column to make our method really stable is that we use colors and images so that we really see grammar. So let's see what we have to do in every and each lesson. First of all, we need to watch the full video of the lesson. And every time you will find videos in each point here where I explain everything in detail. Here we need to watch the full video with all the 7 parts, because each video has 7 parts, later in the course 8 parts. Don't worry too much about if you understand everything. Just focus a little bit on the colors, on the images, and maybe on the German subtitles. Okay? Relax, because later we will study everything step by step. So if you watch the video, really important step, mark it as done. Next, you get to the vocabulary of the lesson. Here you need to study the new vocabulary, and you will use Quizlet. Quizlet, it's a really nice tool to study the vocabulary. And I have also here a video where I explain in detail how you use Quizlet. Quizlet is a flashcard trainer. When you really master the new vocabulary, then just mark it as done and get to the next unit. The next unit is if you have any doubts with the story, with the translation, or with the grammar, you can check out my translation PDF and my grammar PDF. Here will you find useful information if you have any doubts. If there is no doubt for this lesson, you can mark it as done. And then you get to, for me, to the most important part in the course. Now you will listen to all the parts, to the 7 parts separately. And we will listen to every single part at least 10 times in a row to create even more repetition. This way, you really will remember all the words, the pronunciation, everything else. It's a little bit like that in the end you sing the song by yourself. Okay, really important part. If you watched part 1, where Leo tells his story in first person in present tense, part 2, 3 and 4 are question and answers. So Leo asks and the girl answers to the question of Leo in present tense. If you completed everything, then please go to the next step. Here you need to practice and try to answer the questions of the videos. Okay, and we will use again Quizlet. So by clicking here you will get to Quizlet and you can practice by yourself answering questions actively. So that's quite fun, and it will be the same questions from the videos. If you mastered as well all the questions, mark it as done. And then in each lessons you have a grammar video. I explain a certain topic in each lessons. If you like, you can jump to another lesson if you want to know the past tense in German, so you can jump to lesson 7 and watch this video. There's no problem. With the grammar video you can jump around. The rest, please stick to the plan. If you watch the video, mark it as done, and then we will do the same with part 5, 6 and 7. So we will watch every part individually and 10 times, at least 10 times in a row. Okay, part 5 will be the girl tells Leo's story in third person in present tense. Part 6 is Leo tells his story in past tense. Okay, and part 7 it's that the girl tells the story of Leo also in past tense. So really important, watch all the videos, and if you still have problems, watch it again. But that's the most important part in this lesson, okay? It's a little bit like you learned your mother tongue because you listened so many times the same things. Then it's time to retell the story by yourself, okay? That means you will tell the story in first person, in second person, or in third person. And you can practice as well on Quizlet. How to practice this, I explain in this video as well a little bit more in detail. Try that you can retell the story by seeing the images and say a German sentence. Okay? If you are perfect telling the story, then mark it as done. And then we have a video with some extra vocabulary, because I cannot fit all the vocabulary in the story. So we need those videos. So for example, in the first lesson we have the numbers from 0 to 12. You can practice also the vocabulary using Quizlet, and so you get then a really solid beginner level and all the words you need for an A2 level. Okay, if you have done this, you can mark it as done. In the end, you get some easy questions to see if you really did how I recommend to study with my course. So answer to those questions, and when you are done, normally you can get to the next lesson, to lesson 2, and you start again with the full video. But after every 5 lessons, there's one special point, because here we will study the plural forms of the nouns from the last 5 lessons. The plural form is a little bit tricky in German because there are many options, and so I decided to put this in the course as well, and you can study them with Quizlet as well. And after every 5 lessons as well, we have a little challenge for you. And in this challenge, you need to retell the story of the last 5 lessons to a friend, to your plant, to your pet, to your partner, what else? And you need to stick in a time limit. And we have here as well a cheat sheet you can use to retell the story. The cheat sheet has basically the images of the story. And the most important thing is that you stick to the time limit. You can practice also on Quizlet, so you get prepared. And I hope and I wish you good luck with the challenge, but it's really important to succeed with the challenge. When you have done, then you keep going to the next lesson and you start again with the full video of the lesson. So keep doing this like I recommended, and you will learn German in a really easy and fun way. So good luck to you and enjoy my course.